What's up, everybody? So, as it's probably pretty evident, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. And so, the last thing that came out for Star Trek is the only thing that hasn't been on Paramount Plus, was actually on Netflix, was season 2 of Star Trek Prodigy. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, this show was geared towards kids, it was advertised as a kids show, it's cartoon, but it's not Lower Decks type cartoon. Why would I want to watch? And I can understand that thinking, but it's so misguided. I actually think season 1 was great. It was a lot of fun. But season 2 is so much better and is so indicative of what Star Trek can do when done right and when given room to breathe. One of the issues I have with Discovery, and I love Discovery, I think Discovery is great. The first season was kind of rough, but from season 2 onward, I think it's a pretty great show. But one of the issues I have with it is that we've lost the throwaway episodes. We've lost the filler episodes. One of the things that Star Trek did probably better than any other show is just episode of the week. Like here's something happening, here's something happening, here's something happening. And what moves us from these different stories that have nothing to do with each other is the characters. And I think Star Trek has kind of lost that as it's gone into more serialized things. Obviously, Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds have done a lot to try to bring that back to Star Trek. But obviously it had a central goal of getting these people home. And unlike Voyager, it didn't really have the episode space to waste the time. And while season 2, while it clearly had a goal, a mission, a point of view, just like season 1 did, it did have a little bit of time to breathe, and I think that helped it. There were a couple episodes they had that were a little loose and fun, but it did have a 20 episode season, which is part of why they had that space to have random episodes that are kind of side quests. And it did some of the best evolving of characters that Star Trek's done in a long time. It had characters show real growth, real evolution. It gave us Wesley Crusher, which was genius, like bringing him back and expanding on his story and showing him what he's been up to and making him a central character and important again. I loved. Good to see Will Wheaton working. Huge fan of Will Wheaton. And then the ending of the show so beautifully ties in to Picard that is just like, oh shit, like they're tying all of Star Trek together in a way that is beautiful. The last episode of the show literally takes place at the same time as the Star Trek short episode, was it Children of Mars? Like those two episodes take place at the same time. And both lay the groundwork for Picard. And I'm like, I love that. I love that it's all tying together. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. Go watch it.